Good morning, Unity Church of Overland Park. And for those watching from the balcony, welcome. I got up this morning singing.
So good.
Oh yeah, I got up this morning singing.
So good.
You know, I got up this morning singing.
So good.
Oh my God, it's so good to me. Feeling good down in my soul.
So good.
Oh, I'm feeling good down in my soul.
So good.
Feeling good down in my soul.
So good.
Yeah, my God is so good to me. In my time of trouble, I'm singing.
So good.
Oh, in my time of trouble, I'm singing.
So good.
You know, in my time of trouble, I'm singing.
So good.
Yeah, my God is so good to me. In my time of triumph, I know that.
So good.
You know that in my time of triumph, I'm singing. You know, in my time of triumph, I'm singing.
So good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. Oh, when the day is over, I'm singing.
So good.
Oh, when the day is over, I'm singing.
So good.
When the day is over, I'm singing.
So good.
Oh, my God is so good if you could, please stand and join us for the congregational, starting with I'm Choosing Heaven Today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. Please stay standing for all good, all good. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
Good morning. Good morning, Unity Church of Overland Park. It's so good to see you, be here with all of you, be with all of you that are with us in the balcony this morning. I'm Reverend Eileen Stulak. I'm the Associate Minister of Operations here at the ministry. And welcome.
Thank you. My name is Reverend Lily Boyles. I'm excited to be part of your community, but also your guest speaker today. And I love that we get to have the balcony because that means I get to bring my mom to church today. So everyone in the balcony, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And I got to have the experience this week explaining where I go to church. And someone said, oh, you go to that church with the great music. And that is so true. And so I just want to acknowledge our band, Reverend Fred, as well as Andy, Brian, Terry, thank you, and Poncho. What a lovely presence you bring today. And thank you, Jasmine, for being here.
And our senior minister, Reverend Jackie, she has the day off today, and so we send her our love and prayers for a restful time of relaxation, I hope. And again, it's just so good to be with all of you. And let's begin, as we always do, with an opening prayer. And so we take that moment to turn within, to make that intentional connection with Spirit's presence in us, and at the same time acknowledging that same presence within every person on this planet. And we arose this morning to a gift of a brand new day and words from our daily word reading for today that tells us that we are valued and irreplaceable. So take those words in for a moment, very personally for yourself, that you are, in your minds and hearts, say, I am valued and irreplaceable. We know this is true because we are made in the image and after the likeness of Spirit, which is all good, all holy. And every day that we are given, we have the opportunity to make choices as to how we bring forth that holiness within ourselves, to offer it into this world of ours. Whether that world consists of just speaking with your neighbor or your spouse or partner, or whether you're speaking from a worldwide platform in some way. Every thought, every word, every action has within it the potential to bless others. And the more we show up in this way, allowing Spirit to express through us, every person with whom we interact or just pass on the sidewalk or the street, we are a reflection to them so that they might see their holiness as well, their value, the fact that they too are irreplaceable in this life. So today we do give thanks for the opportunity to show, express, embody, be, share our value with confidence, with love, with kindness, compassion, whatever may be called for in whatever we may encounter. And we know we can do this in any moment because of that one presence and power that is alive and active in and through us. And so would you join me now in affirming that spiritual truth by speaking these words together, that there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good.
And being part of the unity movement means that we are part of a legacy of prayer, knowing that prayer is powerful and that prayer is possible. And when we open ourselves up to whatever is on our minds and hearts for prayer, we are in community with God, knowing that God is at work in all of our prayer requests for physical healing, for emotional healing, for healing not just for us and the people around us, but for the people we may not even know. We know that prayer crosses all borders, human-made. We know that prayer through God as us, crosses any perception of division, knowing that in that truth of God is love and God is joy and God is power, there is no division. There is no us and them. There is no one who is not worthy of our prayer. We are all brought up into the care and keeping of God, knowing that prayer is the way that we can say yes to that power being realized in our world today.
And so it is we pray. Amen.
Ready, 'cause here I come now. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Get ready, 'cause here I come now.
Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Ellis, and we have a few announcements for you this morning. First, a brief follow-up to the recent announcements from Reverend Jackie about the sacred journey to Bali next March that she is coordinating with Spirit Tours Travel. If you were unable to attend the informational Zoom meeting this past Monday, a link to the recording of the session is available on our e-news. Be sure to check it out for all the details.
A reminder that early discounted registration for the Folks with Faith retreat, Celebrate Your Divine Identity, ends on July 31st. The retreat is an LGBTQ plus pride event and will be held at Unity Village October 24th through the 27th. It will include inspiring music, interactive keynotes, wisdom workshops, sacred ceremony, and more, including a drag show. You can register online with folkswithfaith.org or by using the link that is included on our website and in the e-news.
We have some exciting news from the men's group. First, a reminder that their next monthly meeting will be on Saturday, August 3rd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Lenexa City Center Library. Also, the group will be having a weekend retreat in October. So for all men interested in attending, save the dates of Friday evening, October 4, and Saturday, October 5. The retreat will be held at the residence of Jim Crabtree, and more details will be shared as soon as the cost of the retreat and accompanying meals, along with the agenda for the weekend.
Lastly, an informational meeting about our prayer chaplain team and its upcoming training will be offered today at 11:30 in the Idea Lab, the room to my left where the children and youth meet on Sundays. This year's training is being held on Saturday, August 17th, and today's meeting is an opportunity for you to ask questions, obtain more details about the team, and most importantly, hear about the many blessings that are both offered and received when you serve on this team.
Let us join together now in speaking the joint vision statement of the Unity Movement. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
Feeling good, feeling fine. Every day, every night. I got joy in my life, in my life. I used to wake up feeling real stressed. Now I wake up feeling real blessed. I'm in the sunshine and living my best life. There for a minute I was feeling real rough, until I saw that what I had was enough. I didn't know that I could love it this much, but I'm feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night, I got joy in my life, in my life. Yeah, say farewell, say goodbye, to my world, reason strife. I got joy in my life, in my life. Yeah, sing it with me now, joy. Yeah, baby, baby, I got joy. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, when the winds change, when the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy in my life. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, when the winds change, in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright, 'cause I got joy in my every day, feeling right, every day, every night. I got joy in my life, in my life, yeah, yeah. Feeling good, say goodbye, say one more, reasons right. I got joy in my life, in my life, yeah. Sing it with me now, joy. Baby, baby, I got joy.
Just another brag for our music team. When Jackie had emailed me months ago about guest speaking today, I didn't even know when I was going to be living here. But I knew that if I was going to speak, I wanted to speak on joy. And that song is from my favorite artist, Ben Rector. So when I said, hey, Fred, I've got this idea, there was no question that he was going to make it happen. So thank you, and thank you, Poncho, for realizing that. Ben Rector, for me, is one of the few artists that I will go and see in concert every time I can. The first time I saw him, I was living in Phoenix, Arizona, and I had found his music from a friend at church, and I was working out in Arizona, and I had bought myself a ticket to see him the day after my birthday. And I come from a family that has always loved live music. Going to concerts, being able to feel rhythm and movement and energy is just part of, I think, how I was raised. And so knowing that I had a ticket the day after my birthday to see one of my new favorite artists, there was something about that that felt so divinely inspired. What I didn't know when I bought that ticket months earlier was that I was going to be seeing that artist after I left a job, after I was getting ready to move, and after a breakup, all within very close succession. And I thought to myself, I should just cut my losses and leave. I don't know if this concert's worth sticking around in this much pain and this much uncertainty and all of this. And I'm so glad I did, because to celebrate my birthday that year, it was the first year that I celebrated my birthday alone as an adult. But on the night of the concert, I said, I'm stopping being sorry for myself. I'm taking myself out to a nice dinner. I'm gonna go to a concert. And I knew no one, but I danced as if no one was watching, because I don't think anyone was. And in that moment, I was so glad that I had taken a chance on myself and a chance on my joy. And so now I have seen Ben Rector 4 more times since that. And the other memorable time, because they've all been different tours, different shows, was I bought a ticket for me and my mom, and we drove up to Denver, March 11th of 2020. And we're listening to NPR as we're driving into Denver, hearing about, there's 3 cases of COVID-19. And there's 5 cases of COVID-19. And we had no idea what this was, but that was kind of our final hurrah before our world really changed. And so Ben Rector, he doesn't know this, but I've put meaning on it that he feels like an important bookend in my world. And that song, Joy, comes from one of his newest albums, which is all about upliftment, all about tapping into our story, our power. If you haven't listened, I invite you to find a new artist. And as we think about joy that song gives us, I'm feeling good in my life, that is the gift that joy brings us. And I think what is interesting, and maybe it is because it's happening in my world and what happens in our internal world sometimes is mirrored in the external for us, is I'm noticing more joy. Inside Out and Inside Out 2, main character's name is Joy. My mom's middle name is Joy. The song today was Joy. Later on in my talk, I'm going to be talking about the art exhibit at the Nelson, Rebellion and Joy. That for whatever is happening in the world, I could so focus on all of the chaos and all of the pain, but I am choosing to say joy, joy, joy. Maybe you'll join in with me. I had a moment where I was asking myself, do I feel joy or do I feel happiness? And in that question, being able to go to some questions for myself, I figured out for me, maybe for you, joy and happiness are 2 different things. Lawrence Samuel is a PhD American cultural historian, and so he tracks the trends of what words are used most in culture. And he said from his studies, happiness is a feeling based on circumstance, based on external factors that impact us. Happiness is an emotional response that results in outside coming in. It can sometimes be inconsistent and temporary. Happiness as a fleeting emotion. He says joy is different. Joy is an attitude that defies circumstance. Joy is an internal experience independent of circumstances that can be consistent and eternal. It's hard for me as a Unity kid turned Unity minister to not think that God is in that too. Eternal and consistent. So about God, so about joy, feels kind of similar to me. Joy is different than happiness. Happiness is something that measures how good we feel over time, but joy is about feeling good right now in the moment. It brings us into the present moment. Joy is a practice and a behavior. We can bring ourselves into an attitude of joy whenever we set the intention of returning to that joy. For me, when I think about what joy feels like in my body, it's right down here. That when I am in that concert setting, being able to dance, feeling free, feeling filled with joy, joy filled, if you will. It's my whole body. But when I think about being happy, for me, it all stays up here. But joy, that deep joy we can feel, and it is never at odds with anything else that we are feeling. That joy and grief can be in the same experience together. As a hospital chaplain, I see that a lot, actually. That being able to be called into a room of someone who is passing on to their next expression of life, family members will say to me in very hushed tones, "I'm just glad they'll be out of pain. I feel so bad about being happy that my mom might pass, but then she'll be out of pain and not suffering." That push and pull of being so filled of sorrow of losing a loved one, but so grateful that their journey of pain and suffering will end. Those things can live together. Sorrow and joy are not opposites. They all work together. We just get to be in the presence of all of it as humans, knowing that at any point in time we can choose joy. And the more we choose joy, the easier it is to tap into joy when we might need the truth of who we are realized as joy, as an expression of God. One of the cool things about living in Kansas City and living in Hyde Park, where my husband and I live, is we are within a mile of the Nelson Atkins Art Museum. And I love art. There is nothing more pleasurable to me than putting a podcast in my ears and going and looking at art. Because for a long time in my life, I had said, well, I'm not an artist, but I appreciate art. I have done a lot of work to reframe that for myself, knowing I am an artist in another way. It just doesn't come from a paintbrush or clay. It comes from my words. But I appreciate being in the space of art, not only because I get to witness the beauty and the thought and tap into some of the emotion that art can trigger in us, but also because it's dang good people watching. And so the Rebellion and Joy exhibit at the Nelson proved for some of the most fascinating people watching I have had in a minute. Getting tickets for that exhibit, I saw someone in a rainbow floral caftan, and a goth teenager was right behind them, and a person in muddy overalls was right behind them, and they all three bought tickets for this exhibit. That's so cool. When else would that happen other than maybe at Aldi on the right Sunday? But I was just so grateful that I got to be a fly on the wall of that expression of humanity saying, I want to go and see this art. It was just so cool for me. So this exhibit, Rebellion and Joy, is from an artist, Nikki de Saint Phalle. I want to give you a little bit of her bio so you kind of understand where she's coming from, because I think if you just look at this art that's so full of color and so full of expression, you might miss just how radical some of it is. Niki de Saint-Fele was born in Paris in 1930 as the second of 5 children. At 3 years old, she moved with her parents to New York City. As she described it, she grew up in a strict, violent Catholic environment and writes about intense childhood trauma. This led to instability in her education and later a loss of 2 younger siblings, both to suicide. At age 18, she became a fashion model and appeared on the covers of Life magazine, French Vogue, and could be found in the pages of Elle and Harper's Bazaar. She got married in 1950, but that marriage soon ended due to infidelity. In 1953, Niki de Saint-Fele was hospitalized after a mental breakdown and institutionalized, where she focused on processing her emotions through art. Eventually, Saint-Fele chose a path that was unexpected and completely her own. She rebelled against her family's conservatism, the patriarchy, the domestic demands made on women, and the church, becoming a feminist and outspoken advocate for women and minorities. These were values which underscored her art, along with her study of mysticism and indigenous spiritual beliefs. The exhibition at the Nelson celebrates the political and historical context of Saint-Fele's practice and explores the artist's philosophy of radical joy, a core concept of her utopic vision of an egalitarian, matriarchal society. Long before anyone labeled her as a feminist artist, Saint-Fele assembled symbolically charged figures who precociously embodied revolutionary gender politics. In her initial figures, they took the form of archetypes, brides, mothers, or goddesses, made from an amalgamation of plastic toys, fake flowers, dismembered baby dolls, and more. Painted white, these figures were fraught and haunted, carrying burdens of centuries of unhappy obligation and limits in their assigned roles. Many of these assemblaged figures became targets of Saint-Fele's shooting paintings. She would take a rifle and shoot it at the work, shooting the canvas, which had colors behind all of it, exploding the colors from that shot, symbolically conflating her personal rage and her expansion of the field of performative painting. To watch the video of what this looks like, of a blank white picture, her taking a rifle and having those colors explode, it's pretty phenomenal. She shifted into the radically joyful nanas, which are the large feminine figures full of curves and color. She began this in 1964 and explained this dramatic shift into the nanas. Nana means chicks or girls in French slang, and she decided to be able to embody that. After the shooting paintings, the anger was gone, but the pain remained. Then the pain left, and I found myself in the studio making joyous creations to the glory of women, she says. Niki de Saint-Fele said, "I used to think there was a need to provoke, to attack religion and the generals. And then I understood there is nothing more shocking than joy. There is nothing more shocking than joy." And as someone who likes a little shock value, I tend to agree. When you show up as joy, sometimes it can be a little bit alarming for people who haven't touched their joy in a minute. I got told a few weeks ago at the hospital that I was too happy. And I said, "You haven't seen the most of me yet." But sometimes that is response in our world, that when we show up fully embodied as our joy, fully colorful, realized, authentic, in all spaces where we have been told that is not allowed here. We are black and white. There is only so far that we are allowed to grow in this world. And you show up saying, "I'm not taking that as my truth." People might say, "Whoa, hold on. I don't know what to do with you." good. I hope you don't. I think one of the beautiful things about unity is that when we think about the world, especially the world of people who call themselves Christian, and we say we are New Thought Christianity, and we believe in original blessing, and we believe that we have a co-creative relationship with God, and that we have a responsibility to those around us, that can be very different from someone else's beliefs that may say, my God is a God of judgment, and I am afraid of what's happening next if I don't meet a standard of God. As a chaplain, I see that dance all the time. But when I'm realizing more about the human spirit more than anything else, is when we are given space to show up, to be seen and heard in all of us, fully human and fully divine. That is when joy can be realized, because that is when peace is also realized. That for me, the sense of deep joy and the sense of deep peace, they can feel very similar. And I know that both of those attributes are divine. Those are part of our divine authority to tap into in this world as an expression of God. French priest and scientist Pierre Desjardins says, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. Joy connects us to the divine and calls us to be fully embodied in our joy, to bring our full selves, our full spirit into joy. We see in the Old Testament, which I often think is so interesting when we see those pieces of God, of counter to what we think the Old Testament God might be. But we can see in Nehemiah, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Joy is the inward, calling us forth for joy in the outward. That sounds like our third unity principle to me. One of the voices of unity that has been with me for a long time is the Reverend Paulette Pipe. If you have never got to hear the meditations or just sheer voice of Paulette Pipe, I invite you to do so. She has the most badass English accent ever that just makes everything sound so true and grounded. In her podcast, Touching the Stillness, she talks about 3 chief things to remember about joy if we want the power to live in joy. She says that joy is the cause, not the effect, of the good in our lives. Joy can cause good in our lives, absolutely, but joy does not need to be a response to the good happening in our lives. Joy can just be independent as the cause for all of the other joy-filled things coming to us. She says, second, it is increases for us to use, because when we speak, think, and act with joy, there is no room for anything else in our lives. And thinking about this mindful media series that Jackie has called us into, I love that I got to say, I am hearing joy from the Ben Rector song, and I am seeing joy in the art. That we are all able to tap into joy around us to anchor our joy inward. And when we call on it inward more and more, it grows and grows. And Paulette Pipe says, we can cultivate joy with material helps in serving others, turning our attention outward rather than inward, and giving sincere thanks to God for all of our blessings. Joy is activated in community. And there is something so powerful that I have been reminded of in seeing Nikki de St. Fele's art of when I am maybe not tapped into my joy, how can I grab the brightest sweater in my closet How can I say, I am choosing to step into joy by complimenting someone else at a coffee shop? How can I tap into my joy by being able to buy that ticket, regardless of what we know might lead up to that concert? That when we choose joy for ourselves, we are also saying yes to all that God has for us, to act through and as us. One of my favorite podcasts and authors is Kate Bowler. She's an author and professor at Duke Divinity. And she has written a handful of books, the most recent being The Lives We Actually Have, which is full of 100 blessings for our actual lives. And what I love about Kate Bowler is she calls us into our reality, all of it. And so this is a blessing for when you want to wake up to joy. Blessed are you for feeling the pull, the tug back to a part of yourself so easily ignored. Yourself at ease, yourself in the flow, yourself at play. Pain or boredom or business has sucked up all of that energy. But wait, are you more than a crisis firefighter? Blessed are you when you relax, when you feel young again, when you lay the stress down. Blessed are you when you remember that you used to be pretty good at guitar or piano, or actually you're a terrible singer, but wait for it, you're going to bring out the show tunes anyways. Blessed are you who put the word fun in the calendar, even when you have no idea what you might actually do. You are more than a list of things to do, people to love, and problems to survive. You are a big, loud laugh, or a quiet study of wonder. Extroverted or introverted, splashy or contained, may the joy of fun be poured back in your roots, and may you watch yourself come back to life. May you return to joy, your joy. Thank you so much.
Embrace the stillness. Embrace the breath. Embrace the spirit of love. Embrace the stillness.
And so we embrace. We embrace the stillness that calls us into meditation. We embrace the body that we are in right now. We embrace all that today has been and will be. And we embrace this now moment. And so in that embrace, I invite you to tap in to joy. Tap into the joy that is yours, that you individually experience. If it helps, I invite you to bring forward a memory of intense, unfiltered joy. And if there is anything on your mind and your heart and your soul and your body that is not joy, it has a seat here too. Knowing that joy does not push out any other feeling, it says here, let me pull the chair out for you. And so if there is grief or sorrow or pain, let it just sit next to your joy. And feel as that joy is in your body, radiating through every cell of your being. And I invite you to send that joy to a person who reminds you of joy. Send that energy to them, connecting your joy with their joy. Now I invite you to send that joy to someone who may need some joy, connecting your joy to their joy. And I invite you to send that out to the people next to you, connecting your joy to their joy. Out to everyone in this room and in the balcony, connecting your joy to our joy. Sending it out past these walls, past this city, past this country, and connecting your joy to the joy of every being on the planet. And then bring that joy back to you. Just as the light of our Christ candle flickers, your joy may flicker inside you too. But it will never go out. I invite you to just continue to sit with your joy in the quiet. And as we come back to this space and this time, we are reminded that we are joy-filled and joyful at any moment.
Embrace the stillness. Embrace the breath. Embrace the spirit of love.
Thank you, Reverend Lily, for a wonderful message and meditation. And one thing that Lily mentioned was that joy wasn't an end. Joy was a cause, is a cause that then impacts and even serves to create the experiences that we have. And so I think we're all really tapped into our own joy, given the invitation and encouragement we received, and actually the embodiment and expression of joy this morning. And so it's from that place that I invite us into this time of offering, a time when we all, with joy, joyfully give of our financial gifts to the ministry, and the ministry steps back to joyfully receive those gifts as well. And on this given Sunday, we have the opportunity to joyfully send out our spiritual gifts, our monthly tithes, to those who have touched our lives in some way and align with everything that we're about here at the ministry. And so as we bless our gifts today, we are going to bless the money that is being sent to first the International New Thought Alliance. You may recall that over the last few weeks, Reverend Jackie had been sharing that she and I had been invited to participate in a panel at their recent conference this past week, a panel on social justice, and we had the opportunity to share everything that we have been doing here at the ministry and beyond, and so we wanted to send some of that gratitude back to them. And also we're sending a tithe to the Circle of Hope Overland Park, and this is a nonprofit organization associated with Overland Park Regional Hospital that supports families of the children, the babies that are in the NICU units there during their time of healing and hopefully recovery and so forth. And so we want to support them as much as we can as well. And so with joy, let's speak our words of offering together this morning. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am joy-filled and grateful.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with the choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find a window. When it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret. Always help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. but more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big. This is my wish.
Well, thank you, Pancho, once again, and Reverend Fred, the band. You guys are fabulous as always. You know, I got to say, this Day of Joy, that song, that was a song my son Chris chose as our mother-son dance at his wedding over a decade ago. And so, Chris, Mom's heart is filled with joy this morning, remembering that memory. So, anyway, thank you, guys. All right, we also want to give thanks to our prayer chaplain team. They are the team that we are honoring this month as our volunteer recognition. And so if you are a chaplain and you're here in the room today, if you could stand so we can offer you some love and appreciation. All right. Some quick reminders for you. The Folks with Faith group, their next meeting is coming up this coming Saturday, the 27th. Starts at 10:30 here out in the cafe. The doors open at 10 o'clock. There's also a Zoom option available if you can't be here in person. Speaking of the prayer chaplains, I will be available in the Idea Lab at 11:30. For any of you who would be interested in finding out more about the prayer chaplain team, we're gearing up for our annual training here in about a month from now, and I'd love to talk with you about any questions you might have and see if it's something that you might be interested in pursuing. Another thing I wanted to bring your attention to, if you saw our e-news, it was in there and it'll be in there for the next few months, and it's called the Election Intention Project. This is something that is coming out of the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta from Reverend Dr. David Alexander, and it's focused on cultivating a mindfulness practice leading up to our 2024 presidential election. Because we all, obviously, we're going to be out there, we're going to be reading and studying. We want to be informed voters, but at the same time, we want to be informed from the highest state of consciousness that we possibly can and be as clear as possible from all of the noise and the anxieties and the stresses and even the fears that are existent in our country today. And so starting next Sunday, July 28th through November 4th, we can choose to be recipients of daily affirmations and voice messages sent directly to our phones. And that just will have those encouraging words to help ground us as we move through a pretty difficult, challenging time right now. Reverend Jackie was recently invited to be a part of creating and offering some of those messages. And so if you're interested, again, it's real simple. You basically send a text to a phone number and you're connected. So all that information is in the e-news, or if you don't get the e-news, just contact us at the office and we'll get you set up with that. And so for the next 100 days, we have an opportunity to be very spiritually supported and grounded as we move through a powerful time of discernment in our own lives and in the life of this country. Next Sunday, please come if you can. This is going to be Reverend Jackie's last Sunday before she steps away for a time of sabbatical, and so she will be here. She'll offer a closing message to the series and to her be preparing to step away for a time. We're going to bless her and honor her on her way, and of course, when you do anything of celebratory nature around here, we have cupcakes, and so we will have cupcakes for us out in hospitality, and Jackie will be available to just visit with and so forth after the service. So if you can, please come back next Sunday for that very special day. And so let's join together now in speaking together the words to the mission statement of this community. Unity Church of Overland Park transforms lives and empowers people to make a difference in the world. And speaking of next week, Jackie's message is going to be spirituality and health. And so I don't believe we had any kids with us today, so let's stand if we wish to close the service with a song.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. As we like to do in this moment, please take the opportunity to look to your left and look to your right and acknowledge the light coming from within and the light looking directly at you. We embrace the stillness. We embrace the joy. We embrace each other. Here we go. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on.
And from wherever you may be right now, let's join together in saying our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a wonderful week, everybody.